How we doing, everyone? Good. Just enjoying summer camp.
Austin, what's the difference for you in your second year now? Not only the same team, but everyone's seeing the same offense again.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the biggest thing that I've seen in just a short amount of time in our fourth day is just the continuity. I don't know how many teams across the league got 11 guys coming back offensively, but in our outside zone scheme, the ability to play next to someone and have communication without verbally, telling the defense what we're doing. I think that's the biggest thing from a run game perspective in our outside zone scheme. Just playing next to the same guys and having a year of continuity, playing with each other, and coming out here, and especially as long a year as we had, feels like it's just like yesterday we were back out here practicing. So it's always good when you got that continuity, when you got a lot of time and live bullets, so to speak, with the guys next to you. So.
Last year you were introduced to a new team
Mm-hmm.
for the first time in your career.
Yeah.
And now you feel like this is your team. Personally, how different is it for you?
Yeah, I would say just in my second year here, I'm truly feeling team experience. I mean, training camp, the first thing was like, hi, hello. I'm, just getting to know each other first time because obviously, with everything that's going on, we didn't get to spend that time getting to know your teammates. So having this time where we've been around each other, it's been awesome to feel a true team experience.
Were you satisfied with your year last year, Austin?
No, I mean, I feel like every year my goal is to improve, and I feel like I'm never satisfied. I feel like there's things that I always want to improve on. There are things in the off season I made a point to address to myself and to get better. And spending more time with Baker, I think, definitely has helped me with my confidence more than anything, and being in the same offense, knowing what to expect and what's expected of me.
Austin, in Atlanta, you were on an offense good enough to get all the way to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see similar type talent here?
I mean, every team's different. I mean, I don't like getting into comparisons with anything. I will say we have a talented team. We got talented guys at every spot. But at the end of the day, I mean, 32 teams are good on paper. I mean, the only thing that makes it different is what we do together out here on the grass. And it's a grind. I mean, you all know that in training camp. I mean, there's going to be adversity out here. There'll be times where it looks great, times where it doesn't, but we need those days too. So I'm really looking forward to the ups and the downs, the grind of camp.
You talked about spending more time with Baker. Was that because you felt last year the chemistry wasn't quite where you wanted it to be?
I mean, I just want to spend more time with my quarterback because, I mean, that's something I've always done in my career. Like when I was in Atlanta, I followed Matt around for an off season. I figured, the more the off seasons I did that, the more success I had. I mean, makes sense, right? You bank hundreds and thousands of reps with someone. It just gives them a certain level of comfortability. So I mean, that was a recipe that worked for me in the past, and with a very abbreviated off-season one where we obviously had to stay away from each other and follow the guidelines. It was hard to really build that bond and rapport over 1 or 2 weeks before season came. So this off-season was awesome to be able to get those reps that we weren't able to get to the same degree.
How much time did you spend with Baker? How much time did you spend with Baker all told? Was it just the weekend like Travis, or there other times y'all got together?
We were together in Florida. We were out there in Texas together. We were around each other a few different times. It's awesome. Like whenever we are, it's just back to work. We work our base stuff. We work a couple fun little wrinkles. The coolest part is we have a great time when we're out there. It's not like a business meeting, so to speak. It's like you're actually out there with your boy and we're having a good time, like having conversations, talking through things. So I mean, it was very productive, I thought.
So you wanted to do that to get your confidence up in part. Is your confidence up right now going into training camp based on all those reps you've got together in the offseason?
For sure. I mean, you're as confident as your preparation is, right? And if you prepare, that's where you get your confidence. I mean, that's how I've always felt about it. So I feel if you prepare, you should be confident. It's like if you go into a test without studying, you shouldn't feel confident, right? But if you put in the work, you should feel confident.
When we talked to Baker, he mentioned that coming back for a second year in the system allows him to really pay attention to the details and the nuance, and most importantly for him, elevate his leadership role because he can kind of now take ownership of the offense and point stuff out to you guys. Have you seen that in him? And can you just maybe give us an example of what he was talking about there?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, last year, right, we were all learning the offense at the same time. So, I mean, it's hard for, someone, even with as great a leadership capabilities he has, when he's learning at the same time as us, it's hard to be like, okay, like, need you here, here, and here. But when he has, a full off season with the staff to learn that before we come back in and get reacclimated with it again for the second year, you get to see that out here, and it's awesome to see.
Even though you said you were unsatisfied
Mhm.
last year, coaches consistently said they were satisfied with you. My question is, were you asked to do different things that you didn't do in this offense that didn't show up maybe statistics?
I mean, take a look at looking at our rushing attack versus last year where I was in Atlanta, we were I got to word this carefully. I don't want. We'll just say when you're playing behind a lot, you got to throw the ball a lot more. Whereas you're controlling the flow of the game, you're going to be in the run game a lot more. So I wouldn't say I was asked to do anything outside the scope of what I'm capable of doing, so to speak. But I was asked to do a lot more in the run game because we were able to control the clock and stay on pace, so to speak. So again, I got to be very careful about this. But like, if you're not controlling the tempo, you got to get in 2-minute mode, and you're gonna do different things offensively.
Hey, Austin, obviously last year was weird for everyone with the pandemic, dealing with everything. But, we're talking about last season for you. You had appendicitis and a neck later in the year.
Yeah.
How tough were those things to deal with? Did they linger?
Sure. Yeah, I felt like I was in a really good spot until my appendicitis. I feel like I was playing the best ball in my career, and I just feel like, to be honest with you, that kind of threw a monkey wrench in my my flow of the offense and my flow of confidence, quite frankly. So I came back after, internal organ surgery. I'd be lying if I said I was fully confident in, running across the middle again with stitches in my stomach. So it's been good to let that heal up over an off season, get my neck together, make sure my vertebrae is all good to go so I can put my face in people. So, I mean, yeah, that's where your confidence gets, like knowing your body is, physically able to do everything you'd be asked.
You said that last year, you come here last August and you just met Harrison Bryant.
Yeah.
He's a rookie. So now that you know him and you've seen him go through a rookie year, what do you see in him? What's kind of your role in helping him get to that next level?
I mean, I'm super impressed. He's like a young old vet at the same time. I mean, you can tell like he's very talented, very mature for being a young player, and just can handle everything mentally. You can throw at him. You can play the Y, you can play the F, you can play the U. I think that's awesome because David's the same way and I'm the same way. So all three of us, we can get mix and match like chess pieces to get put in whatever Kevin and AVP want us to do. So it's awesome to be able to have guys like that can do everything. And Steven Carlson can come in. I mean, list goes on and on. We got some smart guys in our room, so it makes it awesome where everyone can play every position.
Austin, can you tell us a little bit about your time with the tight end university, getting together with all those guys, and what do you think was the greatest benefit for you in that?
On the field. It was on the field. Learned. Yeah, we'll stick to football, boys. I just learned a lot. I mean, being able to, you see all these guys on film, but I think it's probably got to be the only time, and no way to fact check this, but in NFL history, when can you get 30, 40 tight ends all in one room talking, about techniques? Because I mean, everybody's body's different, right? Everyone's skill set's different. Everyone's technique's different. So being able to have a room where everyone can go up and share, just trading their ideas and their techniques. It was awesome. It was a first-class education unlike anything else. Hearing, Travis Kelce speak about, defense, how to manipulate the defense using their own rules against them. Talking to George Kittle about his, mentality in the run game. Darren Waller's choice routes. I mean, it can go on and on and on. Everybody does something great, and everyone brings something great to the game. So it was awesome to be able to get hours on hours with everyone talking about ball. And then after, it was a great time as well.
Kelce probably had a curfew, right? Kelce probably had an early curfew.
Oh, yeah, of course, I mean, he's,
The way the tight end position has, become more and more important in the league, do you feel like you guys have the pieces here to step it up to the next level? You know what I mean? Like, just become a huge, part.
Yeah, I feel like we can contribute and help our offense out in any way. I mean, we got 6 guys in the room that can all make plays, and we got 6 guys that can play all 3 spots. So, however the staff, however Coach Stefanski, AVP want to put us in whatever position, our job first and foremost is to help the team.
Last one from Tom. Since you brought up Kelce, I think about that catch you made in the Chiefs game. How long did that loss linger, and how much is that a motivator for this season for not only you, for everybody?
Yeah, I mean, lots of suck. I mean, I've lost a Super Bowl. I had to deal with it. Obviously, that game, hurt. I mean, if you love anything, it's going to be emotional, right? If it means something to you, it's going to be emotional. But I mean, at the end of the day, you got to put it to bed, just like anything else. You got to learn the hard lessons. Looking at the tape, there are definitely things I wanted to do different, just like I'm sure everyone else wanted to do different in the game. Obviously, because we're a very unsatisfied team, which is a great trait to have. But to answer your question, all you can do at the end of the day is learn the hard lessons and move on.
Thank you.
Every year teams have to prove themselves regardless of how they finished the year before. That's been the common theme here. In training camp, the message from everyone, as someone who's played in a Super Bowl, what role can you kind of play in helping this team get to that next level, and what does it take to reach that level?
I mean, my job first and foremost, just do my job. I mean, keep my mouth shut, lead by example, be a good teammate, be accountable to myself and to others. And I mean, my job isn't to be a coach. We got great coaches here. My job is just to be a resource. If people want to talk to me, I'm an open book, and just try to be as best a teammate as possible.